Great Monday morning, you all. How are you all doing? This is your girl Shan. Like I always say, I hope and pray that you all had an amazing and relaxing weekend, okay? But like I always do, y'all know me. If y'all been listening and supporting for a while, I have to let you know about our radio show on tonight, Marriage Mondays with the Kings, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM, The Rock. So tonight, me and my husband will be talking about divorce after quarantine. Oh yes, we are. They putting it out there, you know what I'm saying, in the little social media realm and everything. So we're gonna talk about that thing on tonight. So join us tonight for our radio show, Marriage Mondays with the Kings, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN, The Rock, none other. Okay, we're gonna keep it real like we always do. We have a couple questions of the day. Thank you so much for those who send your little responses and everything. We greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to say good morning, then I'm going to get into today's topic. I will let you know, I will have this notebook in my hand because God gave me some things and I need to break it down in order. So good morning, Miss Delia. Good morning, Delisha. Good morning, Tasha. Good morning, Jackie. How are y'all doing? I hope and pray all is well. So this is what I'm going to be talking about today. The reason why it's not working is probably because you're not working it right. That's what I'm going to be talking about. The reason why it is not working is probably because you are not working it right. So just kind of bear with me. I have to go through this thing in stages. I'm going to give my good old country example because y'all know me. I like to go deep and I'm like, and whatever it is that God had me talk about, he had me examine myself first. And so that's just what I do. Okay. Now, this is the first question that I'm going to ask. This is step one. It's going to be 3 steps. Step one, 3 stages. Stage 1, individual. So let me ask you this question and you answer it for yourself because I don't really know you, so I don't know. So ask yourself, are you a giver or a taker? Okay, so this is stage 1. Are you a giver or a taker? That is very important. And so most people say, oh girl, I'm a giver, whatever the case may be, because guess what, a lot of people ain't gonna admit that they takers. A lot of people ain't gonna admit that they just be good morning Jackie around people and everything like that, or they associate with them just so they can take from them. Most people say, no, I give, I got a good heart, that's just what I do, and some is tried and true, good morning cousin Kim, but others is just straight up leeches. So that is stage 1. Are you a giver or a taker? Once you answer that question, we're going to move on to stage 2. Now, stage 1 was individual. Stage 2 is relationships. And I'm trying not to go through this. So when I speak about relationships, I'm going to talk about in relation to other people in general. Friendships, family, your boo. You know what I'm saying? A relationship with somebody else that you are intimately seeing or whatever the case may be. So in the relationship, are you in the relationship because you desire to give, you desire to support, you desire to be there for that individual? I know Shan ain't talking quarantine talk today. I did that. God had me talk about this, so this is what I'm talking about. So in relationships, what do? Are you a giver or are you a taker? Y'all know I'm going to give some good old country examples. Good morning, Phoenix. Now, there is nothing wrong with you desiring things of your significant other. There is nothing wrong with you desiring things of your family or desiring things, you know what I'm saying, in your friendships. And I'll give a good example. I desire loyalty. That's one of my things. I need to know that you are loyal, because once I find out you are not, and that has to do a lot with my hood upbringing, baby. You had to be loyal in the hood. I don't know how many of y'all, grew up in the hood. You had to be loyal. And so once you cross me, and I tell people that straight up, put it out there, boom, look, this is how I am. I got a big heart. I'll support or whatever. But once you cross me once, I done fell all the way back. And the relationship is no longer the same. That's just like in friendships. I will ride for you. With my family, I will ride for you. But soon as you cross me one time, because Shan don't do messiness, I don't get down with that. You know what I'm saying? So look at the relationships around you. Are you only in those relationships? Do you only deal with your friends because of what you can get out of them? Do you only deal with your family because they're the ones that when you got your hand out, boom, they always there? Or when it comes to a relationship with somebody that you like, you know what I'm saying, being in a relationship with, that you're in a relationship with them because you taking, oh girl, because y'all know I'm going to break it down. Oh girl, from a woman's perspective, I done heard this too many times. Girl, he give me this, he give me that, he give me this, da 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 da. And I just be sitting up here like, oh, that's cool. Oh, he give you this. Oh, he buy you a brand new this. Oh, he do that. But my thing is, what do you do for him? Now, before we get into stage 3, because I ain't gonna rush through it, I want you to consider and think about this. What I've seen from my experience is the reason why a lot of people do not go to a place of commitment is because of what they have been through in previous relationships. Okay? Why you're not committed to an individual. There are people in my friendship that other people may be like, well, I mean, they try to tell me and caution in love, well, you might not want to fool her. You might not want to deal with her. You might want to distance yourself from him or whatever. But see, I got that discernment of God. And I operate the way that God, because if something ain't right in my shando, my shana, my spirit, then I just be like, okay, God, what's up with this joker? Because I'm feeling something that something ain't right. What's up with this female? Y'all know I've said it several times and I've matured since then. But Shan was the type, I just did not do females because females was messy. And 9 times out of 10, you ended up in a fight and all this type of tomfoolery. You see what I'm saying? But I matured from that. Instead of me popping off with my mouth, I fall back and say, okay, God, what's going on with this female? There are too many times that I'm hearing grown people, and mind you, I'm a whole 42 years old, but I'm hearing grown people say this. I don't have a good relationship with my family. I don't have no friends. You 40, 50, 60 years old. I don't have no friends. I don't have nobody I can trust. Or, I've tried to be in relationships before with, a dude or a female, whatever the case may be, and it's just not working. And I don't understand. That's when it's time. This is the time. I understand that the states and all this stuff is opening back up, but I need us to reflect and think at a different level. This is the time that you pray and ask God, if you haven't already, God, remove the wool from my eyes. God, allow me to see this thing for what it is. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times we don't want to see stuff for what it is because, number one, it's going to reveal something about ourselves that we don't want to be honest about, or it's going to reveal that we've allowed somebody else to use us. We get mad at people for using us, but we got to understand we allowed it. It's our choice. You see what I'm saying? Let me go on to 3. Now, 3 is going to be for the singles and it's going to be for the married folks. But stage 3 is marriage. So, let me talk for the singles real quick. When you identify with yourself, if you are a giver or a taker, this is the thing that I most commonly see. Let me start with the men. Men, when you go into the stage, you stuck in between the stage of 2, which is relationship, and 3, marriage. There are a lot of men who don't go into 3 because you had a female that you was with, whether it be your ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, somebody that you opened up your heart, you poured your heart out to, and that joker burnt you. And because they burnt you, you will not move forward with another female. You feel downright comfortable when you know that you with a good woman. You know you would. Good morning, Alberta. You with somebody that's going to hold you down, that's going to always have your back now. Not then, but now. You with a good woman, but you won't move on. You won't fully commit to her. You won't make her your wife. You can set up and have kids with her. You can have sex with her, but you won't give her your last name. Your kids got your last name, probably, but she don't have your last name. And why is that? Because you will not sit up and just address the fact that you are punishing the young lady that you with, that has your back, that will hold you down through hell and hot water because of what the lady of the past did. Well, I don't trust you with my money because when I was married to my first wife did this. Let me tell you what that's called. You are not healed. That's what that's called. Because this is what I feel in my heart. Guess what? It's time out for play. You see what I'm saying? Good morning, Sister Lolo. It's time out for play. When you get to the age, especially of 40, 50, 60 and above, baby, nobody has time to be playing no games when it comes to no relationship. So make it do what it do. Either it is or it's not. You see what I'm saying? But what we're not going to be doing is sitting up here playing no reindeer games until you decide to get your feelings together. I think it is horrible for an individual, and I'm talking about the male, but I got something for the females. I think it is horrible for an individual to sit up here. You won't go get no healing. You won't go get no help. You holding a beautiful young lady hostage. Hey, Heather, a beautiful young lady hostage that all she wants to do is love you. But because you was burned by your first wife or you was burnt by your last relationship, you holding on to her because you don't want her to be with anyone else. You see what I'm saying? Oh, well, no, I can't take it if she was somebody else, but you won't fully commit to her. You won't get down on your crusty knee and make her your wife. You see what I'm saying? You won't line up in the way of God's God's order of the way that God has things. Well, if I don't marry you, then that means, good morning, Lord, that I don't fully have to commit to you. I don't have to be that protected that God says I have to be. If I don't give you my last name or have a covenant ceremony with you to let you know that I'm fully committed, I don't have to provide for you. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is where some of the men get it messed up. You expect her to treat you like you are her husband. You expect her to perform all the wifely duties, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. And according to the scriptures and the word of God, you're supposed to protect and provide, homie. What are you doing? You are supposed to honor her. You see what I'm saying? But you're not doing that. So let me go ahead before the men be like, oh, I came in on the part where Shan is bashing me. No, I'm not bashing. I'm telling the truth. So let me talk to the ladies. So when it comes to a relationship, let me tell you where we mess up. Especially when we're givers. We are givers and we lie to ourselves and we tell ourselves in our mind, as long as I marry this individual, they will change. That's what we say. As long as I put my best foot forward, as long as I show him that I am wifey material, this joker's gonna change. And that's a straight lie from the pits of hell. Sisters, do not fool yourself with that lie. You hear me? And what ends up happening? What ends up happening is you end up babying and coddling this grown man, and instead of him being the grown man and providing and protecting and doing all the things that the scriptures say and God say he's supposed to do, he ends up acting like your child. You see what I'm saying? And you treat him like a child. And you married him because you thought, well, if I marry him, that'll give him more responsibility and things will change. The devil is a lie. And then you get mad because, baby, let me tell you what happened. You get mad when you marry him because you think that's going to change him. And that's going to make him a whole grown man. And then you end up laying up, good morning, Simone, and have children with this joker. You see what I'm saying? And so not only do you have you being a mother to these children, you being a mother to him. And then you get up and get mad. Well, why he ain't no baby? The world will tell you that a man does not mature as fast as a female. You the one that sat up here and jumped up in this situation. You see what I'm saying? So you get mad because not only do you have his 3 children that you have given birth to, but you also mothering him. And so sometimes when we have a big heart and we're givers, there is nothing wrong with being a giver. But when we have a big heart and we are being givers, we end up getting messed over most of the time because we do not know how to control our giving. And what we end up doing is you have takers, you have leeches that's always there with their hand out. They always expect you to do, and then they'll go the extra mile and guilt you into staying there. So this is 3 categories in a relationship. This is 3 categories. Follow me when I say this. Okay, one doesn't work, one may work, and one definitely works. So this is what I ask you to examine, right? Examine this. If you are a giver and you get with somebody who's a taker, that may work. Your relationship may work because let me tell you what the giver does. She or he gets so tired of the individual taking that they regress and they fall back and they just stay in the relationship or they just stay in the marriage just so, hey, I can't do nothing else. This is about the best I can get. You know what I'm saying? You may not give as much as you did in the beginning because you start to get burnt out. People who give a lot and give, you get burnt out. And then the people who's been around you that's been leeches, they get mad at you, baby. Let them get mad and let them fall off. You see what I'm saying? Because if you don't let a leech fall off, they'll continue to suck all the blood out of you. So that relationship and marriage may work. Let me tell you one that's not going to work. When you have a taker and a taker, because both of them individuals are selfish. You see what I'm saying? They're only in a relationship for themselves. They're only in the marriage for themselves. They always get mad at their spouse because their spouse is not doing, oh, this is what I want you to do. And it's all about them. Now to the world, they make it seem like they hold it down. They make it seem like that their marriage look good because they got to put on a good stage or a front. So I'm going to tell you this. If you are a giver by nature, you are a giver by heart, it will behoove you, like we said in the military, or I say for my civilian brothers and sisters, I will caution you to beware. You can find out a taker by sitting back and watching. But what we do is we just jump into it with both feet. We jump into the deep end because we think they're going to change. Quit lying to yourself. Ain't nobody got time to be playing games. We getting too old for that. You see what I'm saying? And so you just jump in. If you sit back and you watch them, when they first start off, this is what takers do. when they first start off, they act like they in a relationship for you. This is whether it's family, friends, or somebody, babe, boo, whoever you in a relationship with. They first start off like they all about you, and it make you feel like a sense of euphoria, like you are all on top of the world. Oh my God, yeah, girl. You know how we do as females, girl. We be on the phone. Yeah, girl, he took me to the movies. Good morning, Kendra. He took me out to eat, girl. I think I got a for sure thing. You done got all hype, and you planning the wedding in your head, and y'all only been together a whole week. You see what I'm saying? He done only took you out one time, but you think this is boo. You think this is babe. Never not once did you seek God and say, you know what, God, what am I doing here? Because let me tell y'all about Shan. Shan don't like to waste her time. Because I asked the question, what are we doing? You see what I'm saying? And so what we do is you sit back and you watch them. And when they start, because guess what? The taking only lasts so long unless you're just gullible to it and you feel, well, they need me. No, they don't. Because just like God has created us with the ability to do, God has created them jokers with the ability to do. You see what I'm saying? As long as they get up and they got health in their body, they are fully able to get up, go get a job, do whatever it needs to do, have a relationship with God so he can order their steps to fully sustain themselves. You see what I'm saying? So takers and takers do not work because both of the individuals are selfish. That's just like blood. You got certain blood types you could give to other blood types and it will help them live. You got other blood types, baby, it's just a waste of time. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry I'm speaking from the medical field, but that's what's in me. That's what I know. So you got other blood. Keep that in mind. You got O positive. That's a blood type that can help anybody. You see what I'm saying? But you got AB positive, AB negative, B positive. You got all these different variations where it won't help. And so sometimes you giving and giving and giving, and the blood that you donating is not even helping, but you're depleting your own blood volume. You see what I'm saying? Now, you got the givers and the givers. These are the ones that, you know how you read those memes and they say, marriage is not 50-50, it's 100-100. Even the word of God says, give and you shall receive. That which you sow, you know what I'm saying? That which you sow, you shall receive. And so givers and givers usually work. You just got to learn how to work together. You know what I'm saying? And you got to learn how to work smart. Myself and my husband, we are both givers and givers, but we used to clash heads. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't fully trust that joker. Why? And I'm telling y'all what I know. Because I was with takers previous to my husband. So when I had me a good thing, I didn't even know how to manage it. It was so foreign to me. And I was sitting up here like, wait a minute. And I had to just stop one day. Shan, you tripping. You cussing, you fussing, you acting a fool, baby. I need you to sit back and examine. And some of y'all, it will behoove you to do the same thing. Wait a minute. This joker get up and go to work every day. He brings checks in the house. He protects us. He makes sure the family is taken care of. He's here with his children. Girl, you crazy. What are you tripping about? I had to check myself. And see, a lot of times we won't do that. Because yes, it was things that, you know what I'm saying, in our marriage, my husband was doing. It was some things that, you know, I was doing. We wasn't working together the way that God wanted us to be. And I was about to sit up here and mess up. He was about to mess up. So givers and givers work well when you know how to work together. Now, moving to marriage. This is my third point when it comes to marriage. Let me read it because God had me write it down. Number 1, love language. Let me tell you something, married folks. Y'all ever heard of Gary Chapman? He wrote the 5 love languages or whatever. I need you to understand, I don't care if you single. I don't care if you're married. You need to understand what your love language is. You see what I'm saying? My love language, my top one is words of affirmation. I love words of affirmation. That is me, baby. I'll do. I got your back. I'll ride hard. But when you have them words of affirmations, baby, you speak in my love language. My second one, I just forgot that quick. Oh my God. Oh, quality time. That's my second one. Quality time. So I need you to know what your first 2 are. If you don't know for yourself, not what your spouse is. You see what I'm saying? Words of affirmation and quality time is mine. Now, this is where married people mess up when it comes to this whole 5 love language situation. You know how to talk about, baby, you be messing up. If mine is words of affirmation, let me break it all the way down to kindergarten level. That's what I like my husband to do for me. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I speak life over my husband. I support him. I'm that Proverbs 31 wife, you know what I'm saying? I know how to make $1 out of 15 cents and all that. But when my husband speaks words of affirmation to me, he tells me how I'm a good wife, I'm a good mother, and whatever like that, baby, my whole soul is full. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's say that receiving gifts was my, because some people, that's their thing, receiving gifts. They want expensive gifts, whatever the case may be. That ain't me. But that may be somebody else. Just because I like receiving gifts, that doesn't mean, and my husband's top one, let's say if it was words of affirmation, me giving my husband's giving him gifts because that's what I like, is not going to fill him up. You follow me? That's not his love language. His love language is me verbally saying, you know what, you a sexy chocolate man. You an awesome man of God. I love the way that you lead our family. You an amazing husband. That is his love language. So this is where people be messing up. Good morning, Leslie. In marriage. Because you sitting up here trying to take your love language and make it be your spouse's. And that's why things is clashing in your marriage. This is the second thing, and this is something Mr. King taught me. I said, all right, King. When you are in marriage, learn how to study your spouse. Learn the things that they like and that they don't like. Quit doing the things that they do not like. That's what's irky and irritating. That's why y'all always are fighting and arguing, and it seems like your marriage is not going anywhere. You see what I'm saying? My husband taught this, and he said this to several young heads, younger men, and I used to hear him say it to his soldiers. He used to say, you know what? You got to learn your wife. And I encourage you, wife, you got to learn your husband. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and study them. What is it that they like? What is it that they don't like? Because let me tell you something. My husband taught me something about me that I didn't even realize. I think he was talking to our sons or something. And he said, this is something that I know about your mama. Your mom likes anything that will help with the family. You see what I'm saying? I love to cook. I love to get in that kitchen, baby. Throw down from scratch, honey. I'm that old soul. You know how you had your big mama and your grandma, that they been in that kitchen slaving, baby. You can smell that food. You can smell the chicken frying from down the street. You can smell the collard greens hitting you in the door when you come in. You know what I'm saying? And it just does something to your soul. Your endorphins. You be like, oh God, oh, I'm about to eat today. You know what I'm saying? And what does big mama and grandma and Medea and mama, and what is it that they used to do? They would sit back while everybody else eating, and they would watch them enjoy it. That's how I am. That brings me pleasure. So Mr. King, at first when we started off, he go give me the $250, 12 dozen roses. That was not sitting well with my spirit because I'm thrifty. As grandma said, I would say cheap, but she told me to quit saying that. I'm thrifty. Let us not waste money, because do you know what I could buy with $250? I'm the Proverbs 31 woman who can make $1 out of 15 cents. That does not impress me. You going to give me roses and all this kind of stuff. But baby, if you go give me a Ninja air fryer, if you go get me a mixer, you know what I'm saying? If you go get me, then that speaks to my soul, because I'm all about family and friends who I call them family. You see what I'm saying? I'm all about that. Anything that'll make you better, anything that'll make your day, for those who are in my circle that's close to me, because everybody ain't in my inner circle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be in your inner circle. So he told him, that's what I do for my wife. You got to study her and see what it is. So baby, when you done brought that steam mop in and you got me a steam mop for Christmas, that's just like you putting a Mercedes-Benz in the driveway, honey. Don't give me no Mercedes-Benz. Give me something that will help me keep my home together, that will make my job easier in my home, because the atmosphere in my home, and anybody who's ever been in it. Now, I need y'all to examine. As I talk about myself, I want y'all to think about y'all. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere in my home. So husbands, let me ask you this question. Do you study your wife? Do you know what she like and what she don't like? You sitting up here for the past, she expecting a mixer, a GE mixer, and you sitting up here buying her fruit cake. What is that little nasty cake people be passing around at Christmas time? You buying her doggone fruit cake, and then you expect her to be happy, and she faking happy, and she ain't bit more happy. So are you studying your wife? Do you know what she like? Do you know what'll make her jump and scream and run all around the house? You see what I'm saying? You got to go deeper in your marriage if you want your marriage to truly blossom. Wives, are you studying your husband? Now, I'm going to give a good old country example. Mr. King Country. That joker like to hunt. He like bows and he like guns. I don't know nothing about no gun. I be that wife that I'm going up in the store, baby. I done spend all this extra money, you know what I'm saying, on a gun, because that's the best and that's the baddest. And then, I bring it to my husband. He'll say thank you, but I already know in the back of his mind, he be thinking, why did you spend $1,200 on this gun when I could get it on sale and look at sales and get this whole gun for $650? You see what I'm saying? So in that case, I just go ahead and put money aside. So when he see a good old country deal, baby, boom, here you go. That's the money. It's the money. It's in this account or whatever. Go ahead and get it. Because I don't know nothing about it. I used to do that stuff and mess up. So learn how to study your husband or your wife. That right there takes great maturity. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to sit back, because this is something else my husband used to do. And maybe this will help some husbands or even help some wives. He would be in the store with me, hey princess, and he would hear me mention something. It may be, I'm trying to think, a pressure cooker. And I'll be like, oh, that's a nice pressure cooker. But see, I ain't the one that I got to get it right then. I don't operate like that. You know what I'm saying? When I need it, I get it, whatever the case may be. Oh, that's a nice pressure cooker. And me and him holding hands, we'll keep on walking through the store. He may not get it for Mother's Day that's coming up. He may not get it for Christmas or our anniversary. He may wait all the way to the next year, and he'll surprise me with that pressure cooker. I was sitting up thinking I was gonna take y'all in our pantry, and you will see all my appliances that I got. And an ice cream maker and everything. Because guess what? I could take that ice cream maker and get the things and the ingredients and make fresh ice cream with my children. Because I like creating memories with my family. So when my husband, hey Andrea, when my husband said this about, this is what I know about your mama. Anything that does to help with her family, that's what she loves. He taught me something about myself. Why? Because that man of God, that awesome man that I got, he studied me so hard, baby. He taught me something. And this the thing. Instead of y'all husband and wives arguing and acting the whole fool, showing y'all whole behind, because that's what we say in the country, learn how to get some shut up and some act right in your spirit. Fall back and study your spouse. You know what they like. Because guess what? Like I was saying, I never have to sneak anywhere and purchase anything and hide anything from my husband. I don't have to do that. I don't have time to do that. And me, Shan, and I'm not knocking anybody if that's what you do, but I'm too grown, because I ain't got time to be lying and trying to keep up with the lies. And now, baby, I got this here and I got that. I got time for that. Let me tell you what I do. Baby, this is what I used to do. Baby, dealers got a sale right now. It's 75% off. And then if you use your dealer's card, it's the extra 50% off. He be like, babe, get me something, because you know I like these shirts and da-da-da. That's how we get down. We hit them sales something kind of hard. So you start off in stage one. Ask yourself, are you a giver or are you a taker? If you set up here and you wonder why your relationships, whether it be friends, family, or the marriage or whomever that you in, is not working, the reason why it's not working, because baby, you may be a taker and you all in it for yourself. Givers, I need you to recognize and I need you to see that, baby, the reason why you getting played is because you allowing yourself to be played. Husbands and wives, don't be sitting up here getting mad at your husband and wife and you taking things out against them for what it is that somebody in your past did, because that's unfair. For those who are thinking about getting married and you engaged and everything like that, don't jump your tail in a marriage until you get some healing in your soul. You get some healing in your life. Go see you a therapist. Go see you the pastor. Go see you the pope, the priest, whoever you need to go see, and get your shondo right. You see what I'm saying? Because you're wrong if you go into a marriage and you're not fully engaged in that marriage and you're not fully trusting that person. If you trust them enough to sleep with them, you trust them enough not to give you some type of STD, then baby, you should trust them enough with your soul and your whole heart. And the reason why you not, well, I don't trust her with my money, I don't trust him with my money, and I guarantee you, and I say this all the time, if I was a betting person, it's because somebody hurt that individual in their past, or they seen that happen in their childhood growing up. You see what I'm saying? And then bringing it all the way up, just doing a quick recap of what I said. For those who are married, or those in a relationship, I need you to understand, takers and takers, that's like oil and water, baby. You will never mix. So I need you to fall back, givers, and watch that person, examine. Don't be so quick to rush into a marriage or rush into a relationship. Watch that person, and you will see, that mug is stingy and selfish, because eventually they're going to come to you and they're going to expect you to take care of them. And that's why marriages and relationships is not working, because you got people, you a whole grown person. Why I got to take care of you? If you ain't got some physical ailments where you can't get up and take care of yourself, don't be putting that burden and that responsibility on me because I got a good heart. You see what I'm saying? That don't work. So coming on back up to marriage, what did I say? I need you to know your love language as an individual, and spouses, you need to give your husband and your wife their love language, not what yours are. If you giving your spouse your own individual love language, baby, you selfish. You a taker. That's what you are. You selfish. So you can't be in this marriage for all these years and you not giving them their love language. And they telling you it's a big, halos, shining lights, and they telling you I love words of affirmation. Don't write it down. Be a whole grown woman and a whole grown man and tell them, baby, you looking good, honey. You know, some of y'all husbands, baby, the way that your body banging in that, girl, you about to, baby, we can make it do what it do. Be grown about it. You know what I'm saying? Bring that sexiness back. Speak those words. You was speaking it when you was dating. You was speaking it when you was trying to do the horizontal tango. So speak it now, okay? And then learn how to study your spouse. Learn how to study your husband and your wife. Learn what it is that keeps their love tank full. You know what I'm saying? Sex ain't just gonna be getting it all the time. That's all, that right there. When all you think about, let me talk to the husbands. All you think about is sex, and that's what's gonna keep their love tank full. No, baby, that's what teenagers do, not grown men. Grown men, they gonna handle their business. Good morning, Brandy. But that's what teenagers do. You see what I'm saying? Teenagers, all they worry about is sex. So let me ask yourself, is your mental age that of a teenager, or are you a whole grown man? I'm just saying. Women, yeah, it's cool when they were buying you all the Louis Vuitton, the Coach and all that. Maybe you love to receive gifts. But baby, where have you matured beyond that? So those of you been married for some time, have you matured any? Don't lie to yourself and say you have. Ask your spouse. And then don't get mad when they tell you the truth. So join me and Mr. King tonight, honey. Y'all think I keep it real? Wait till y'all heard tonight's show, Divorce After Quarantine. What? Divorce After Quarantine. I'm gonna give you a little hint. We're gonna be talking about how now we've been in this good old quarantine. All the oil is rising to the top. All the issues and the drama that you was too busy to face and address, honey, is rising to the top. And that's why some of y'all can't stay home with your husband and your wives right now. So y'all have a blessed week. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free, because somebody needs to hear that good old truth. You know what I'm saying? Be a blessing to somebody this week and not a curse. Your girl, she ain't gonna be back with you on next week, but whatever